Yeah, perfect timing. We're on. It'll give people 4 minutes to get in, and then we can get started. I did let people
I
know
will.
yesterday it should be on,
I will
but
call the troops.
yeah, just at everyone. But
Call
they
the
should get a
troops.
notification anyway to jump in, so we'll be good.
There's the notification.
I've there we are. We've begun.
We are
Should...
live.
Oh my God, she's bald. Yes, I couldn't be bothered, so we just cut it all off. It was getting messy. It'll come back in 2 months. Don't worry. It's all gone. It's all gone. Jarhead in the corner. We'll
Will you
begin in
screen
three
share for me?
minutes. Yeah. Give me a sec.
And that's how I did it last time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now I have to move things again on your side. Hold on.
No problems.
It's okay.
Loving life.
There's no making a last minute graphic today, so we'll be fine. We're on.
But we will get Tara to make more graphics then.
Yeah, thank you, Prater. Yeah, I'm just thankful I was blessed with a normal head shape, so I can pull this off and get away with it. Hello, everyone's here. Everyone's coming in. In 3 minutes, we will begin. Got some tigers.
We should probably just chit chat and just say, how did your first game of the league go? How did you get on? Just like big decks and everything.
Well,
I think you had a bad experience like that.
It was streamed, so my Rich, this is a normal shaped head. Shut the fuck up. Now to get into the details of my match for those that may not have seen, I got to pick what deck I went against by picking 1, 2, or 3. I picked number 2. It came up as a Clarity deck, and I was using my online league deck. I thought, why not? I didn't really put too much thought into it for deck 1 to start off. In my head, I thought I was going to lose anyway, so I may as well just go with something that had some success. There was no Clarity cards in the Clarity deck. It turns out the Clarity contender was simply made to hyper tutor a very classic style of Alpha Hunters. Not a single card existed in Dark Arms deck from above set 5. So set 5s and below. And it kicked my ass both games. Absolutely kicked my ass. Even when I think at one point I had 8. Yeah, 8 or so minions. It did not matter. He used cards like Weber's Binoculars, Moxie Alpha Hunting Specialist, and all of these cards, along with his contender, cycle through his deck in order to pull out a uncommon Edwards free cost card, which he would then use Moxie Alpha Hunting Specialist to bring out for free engaged, and each one of those gave an Earth Clash card, +1 defense, and an Alpha Hunter +1 attack. And both games he got a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 4 out, making, along with his Clash Ground, making a Moxie 1/1 a Moxie 6/5, and he absolutely destroyed me with it. He definitely, on both games, cycled through his deck within 6 turns, every single card he saw. So yeah, needless to say, kicked my ass, sent me back to school, and I'm gonna have to think about the rest of this league. Yeah.
Alpha Hunt with a surprise, right?
No, in my opinion, no. The surprise was go back to basics. There was nothing in that deck where I was like, I mean, maybe from life to death, he didn't need it.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting that you don't need an Alpha Hunter contender to make it pop off as well. I quite like that.
as I said in that stream, I now believe that Clarity is the best Alpha Hunter contender, bar none. Like
That's a big
you,
one. That's a
you
big
do,
one.
you
Taking
don't,
taking Paul's spot.
yeah,
Taking Paul's
you
spot.
don't need anything else. You just need to get the right cards. He used
You-
he used heavy power armor once, a single time. He used suit up one time. What's going on?
I mean, I think Sinai. I think Sinai might be the best Alpha Hunter. I'm really enjoying Sinai.
Mm, I think Sinai's fantastic, but I think also that Sinai, the same as Shadowblade, goes against the natural order of what we have
Yeah,
established as classic Alpha Hunter strategies, which is fine. I love that. Um, but yeah, interesting, crazy. Shall we get on with the show?
yeah, of course. I think give the people what they want. They want to see week one.
Okay, they want to see week one. Let's go to the standings and we'll go in order. Group A, bing bang. Here is what we are looking like. Tank, full win 2-0. Mr. Frick, full win 2-0. Meaning Richard Merciless and Just One Pack took a 2-0 loss. Very clean cut here.
That's right.
Mm, yeah,
That's right.
pretty good, pretty
I was
interesting.
able to watch both. I was able to watch loads of Tank versus Tom, or
Mm,
Tank versus Just One Pack.
I imagine that would be good.
The standout, the standout of that game was very, very funny, where Sam clearly said, "Hey Alexa," and his Siri came on. Not his Siri, his Alexa came on, and he was like, how can I help you? And I was like, oh well, Alexa, it is close. I get it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
helping. I was helping.
an
And
amazing
as for
play.
Rich versus Mr. Frick,
Mm-hmm.
Rich played a new deck, which is interesting.
No
Um,
spoilers.
a newer contender from the last two sets,
No
and
spoilers.
Mr. Frick played a strong deck.
Okay, okay.
Um,
We have to be covert
going
this
along,
league.
yeah. Well, yeah. We've got to expect the same tactics. There's the 4 or 5 different meta style decks, and
Mm-hmm.
most of these games were meta style decks. However, I would say Tank was an established different style, so people
As he
will
always
have
is.
to work on
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's very interesting.
I do think
Uh,
it shakes up the meta a little bit. The fact that you can create a deck and the fact that it is out of normal meta strategy will create some trips and slips and pitfalls for the established meta deck. It's a great game in that sense.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Especially during these first 3 weeks, you can just do whatever you want.
Yes, fully agree.
So
With that
pretty
said,
cool. Pretty cool.
let's get rid of this one and let's get up to what Group A are going to be facing. We're gonna split up. We're just gonna do group by group. Here we go. The
Yeah.
results from your last game and round two. It will be Tank versus Richard and Tom Just One Pack versus I believe Mr. Frick's called Tom. Battle of the Toms.
About the Toms.
Battle
I
of
think that's
Toms.
interesting. I don't think I've ever known just one pack to ever play Mr. Frick unless they've played in an online league in the past. So that's quite interesting.
It'll be good. They are, well ingrained members of the Alpha Clash community. So for them to be able to get together and play a game, I think will be, it'll be great for the community, especially ours.
I fully expect Tank and Rich to be playing decks they've never both seen, so that's quite interesting to look at.
Fantastic. The shake-up could happen.
That could be a little shake-up. That's kind of cool.
I'm hoping
But yeah,
things come well.
predictions maybe.
Me,
High speed.
I can't predict a damn thing. I don't know the information, so I ain't gonna.
Yeah, Tank with the win with his high seeding, and
Okay.
Mr. Frick with his meta style should beat Just One Pack. That's my opinion.
Interesting. Like I said, I cannot make predictions based off vibes. It doesn't work. I will not be doing it. Let's move on to Group B, shall we? Group B,
Mhm.
Fexar with a 2-0 victory. Prater with a 2-0 victory, leaving Woodsy and Frazzles with a 2-0 loss. Tell me about it.
Missed most of this, to be totally honest.
Mm-hmm.
Caught Prater and Woodsy very briefly, right towards the end.
Yes.
They were talking a lot. I know that Woodsy is one of our newest players in the
He
UK.
is.
And
He is.
really, really glad that he's just jumped on board, and every game he'll improve. And Fexar and Frazzles, I think Fexar just went in with a stone cleaver axe and just absolutely smashed to pieces. So there you go.
Figuratively, no spoilers. Figuratively.
Figuratively.
Of course. We need to make sure. Fexar is probably one of the guys that hates the spoilers, especially from last league. So we can't mention anything. So yeah, I think for the bottom two, it's tough to go up against the top two. They are both skilled players and regular online competitors, so it's very hard if you aren't playing as regularly as them.
I think Fraser did all right, on that last bit. I think he got
Good.
The first game he got whooped. The second game, I believe he did pretty well and got some serious damage in, but he just couldn't get the win.
That's nice. I mean, I thought I was playing a very, very strong deck, all said and done. If it can top 8 in an online league and the first online league, which was, everybody trying to jump in to get some damage done, I thought my deck was good, but it shows that consistency and good knowledge and wisdom of the game are key over any sort of competitive meta deck. Comes down to the player, not the deck itself, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Anyway, let's get on. Let's see who you guys are taking on. See, this is nice because week 3, people know exactly who they're taking on, but we'll still put the graphic up next week. So,
absolutely.
It looks like the winners versus the losers for week 2, which will be nice. It will mix up the board a little. It will force a mix up on the board even.
Yeah, absolutely it will.
Fexar and Prater.
Fexar versus Prater. Could be a draw. That's interesting.
Yeah, they are very aware of each other. I'm pretty sure they've played regularly as well, so it'll be a good match.
Frazzles versus Woodsy. I'd like to think Fraser would do it because Fraser's knowledge. Woodsy will put up a fight though. This won't be easy.
I believe so. It's again another thing about this game. It's your mechanical skill in other TCGs, which is going to play a really good part in your skill and being able to adapt on the fly.
Absolutely.
It is very good.
Very interesting week for that group.
Yeah, it'll make third week, all to play for, in my opinion. Let's have a look at Group C, shall we? Absolutely! Bang! Avalo! A 2-0 victory. Mr. Lautner Lauritz himself. 2-0 victory. I mean, Avalo's is a default, right? Because unfortunately, Sembroda was busy for this week one.
Avalo's is a default. But
so
I
not
did
much we can
catch
say.
the end of Bloodfran and Lautner.
Interesting.
And Lautner just stole the show. I believe that Bloodfran was playing a certain deck and it didn't quite pump up to where he wanted it to be. And Lautner just took full advantage. Lautner steamrolled him.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I do think from Clashground, Lauritz can bring a deck that, may even be right at the bottom of the barrel in terms of having to use Avenging Guy and make a top 8. It's impressive. I think he can turn poop into gold in the nicest way possible.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say the same for Matt. Matt with changing up Machina and now Flare and Entropy, and there's plenty others that he can go through. So he's just got a selection of what he wants to play with, and there's probably even more to come.
Yeah, I think that's the thing as well. Even if you lose in this league, you aren't losing based on the fact that you aren't good. You are losing based on the fact that your opponent is also very good. And also sometimes you get bad luck like me. Sometimes you get bad luck in the first game like me. Cope and sieve. Let's move to the Group C matches for this next week, shall we? Bing, bing, bing. Group C results.
Bing bong.
Bing bang bong. Okay, Sembroda versus Blood Rafan. Blood H Rafan. Hopefully, Sembroda, I know he's been very busy and he has input to say that. I'm hoping that things are all chill after, this week.
I believe that this week he's in. I'm confident this week he's in. So I think that
Very
match
cool, very
should
nice.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if it doesn't, it's a default win.
Yep.
Which is nothing to nose at. Avalo versus Lautner. This is our Danish cousins versus the Americans.
Yes, yes. It'll be very nice to see because I think they are similar in terms of pulling rabbits out of hats. I can say they are very, very similar in terms of being able to find the best out of any deck that they build. So I'd like to see how this goes. If it's a draw, in fact, any result I will be surprised with, to be honest. I expect a predictive result for me.
Bloodfran to win his and Avalo to win his strictly based because you're going against the champ.
There is that. There is that. He is a champ for a reason. So, be good to see. Let's get this last one out of the way because there's a great result from what I've seen and there's a very predictable result I want to glaze over. Bang! Mr. Carlo Dark-Armed himself, the only person to have a 2-0 victory. Nefarious and Jamie.
Yeah. Nefarious and Jamie was a brilliant match. I wish I'd watched it, but I caught the ends, and I've spoken to Nefarious briefly, and it just seemed that it was just everything went Millhouse for Jamie.
Oh, that's nice.
He was very much in control. Yeah.
I know when I was taking him on in Clash Grounds, he presented a little bit of frustration, and I could empathize with him. It was Chao Ling that he was playing, so very rough to try and get results out of that deck, especially with what you're working with as a contender. I think unless you're hard countering a very pure Lord Krung discarded deck, there's not much you're going to get an advantage of. And even then, I still think the Lord Krung 9 times out of 10 beats the Chao Ling. But despite that, despite his frustrations, he still came out with a top 8 for Clash Ground, despite the Chao Ling handicap or, arm tied behind his back, in my opinion.
I would agree with you. It's a strong handicap. Handicap. Absolutely.
I think he's got his redemption here where he can play what he feels is the best, going up against, in my opinion, we can all agree is one of the best, an old champion of this league, a winner of an Awakening, and a second place of Clash Ground.
Yeah.
You can't say fair. This is probably like one of the top, if not the top player in the UK, and he's conceding a point to Jamie. So, a lot to be said there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from the way that I gathered it, Nefarious just felt like it was a shock. Hey, didn't talk too much about Carlo and you.
we glazed over that. I took the L. I'm still thinking about it. Still trying to cope with the loss, but that's not the reason I shaved my head. It's not the reason I shaved my head.
Got full Britney.
Yeah, and she needs to be left alone, as do I. Let's get on the final matchups. Here we go. Me and Jamie and Nefarious versus Dark-Armed. What we're thinking?
Say you versus Jamie. It could be a draw.
I mean, if he draws against Nefarious,
you have to expect the unexpected. Well as Nefarious versus Carlo. That's a that's an absolute MGM. Like we're talking Vegas, SmackDown Clash Attack.
The main event for
match. I don't. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them play against each other ever. So you've got the Stone Cold reactions of Nefarious versus the very bubbly Carlo.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's going to be very interesting. I wonder if Carlo will find it Nefarious as cold edge a bit daunting, because it is something to get used to when Nefarious goes really silent on you.
I mean, it's the irony though when we play against him. I think like he goes into a focus mode where like he's really holding himself to an extremely high standard, and I think the biggest pressure that Nefarious has is his own head game, in the nicest way possible. Like I think he definitely holds himself again to a high standard where he does not want to make a single mistake. And if he does, he'll beat himself up for it, which is why, online I think he's a little bit different to in person. In person, you can see the facial tells and you know that like he's having a great time regardless. And then you've got Dark-Armed who just is having a great time, and win or lose, you will enjoy the match you play with him. I can say that from experience now.
That's gonna be. I hope that I get to catch that. That'll be a very, very, very good game.
Yeah, look for you get to watch him.
You might be able to do yours on paper.
Actually, I may have the cards. Well, actually, technically, I don't have the cards, but if Razor's nice enough to let me hold on to certain cards until next week.
Yeah, I've got cards you can borrow. I've got cards. I'm not playing.
How many copies of Bloodlust Commander you got?
4.
Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I can give them back. So, it's not like I'm giving it away. You can see my deck on stream. You can see my deck on Deck Planet. You know exactly what I'm playing for Deck 1. But it won't be for long. Deck 2, I think I have Source. I think I have something brand new, fresh. I don't think anyone's really played with it, and I'm excited to see how it plays. And I think I've got all the cards for it now, too.
That sounds fun.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun if it works. Anyway, we've finished up. Is there anything else?
Should we start?
Go on.
I think we start talking about a few people have done really well with their changes. A few people have panicked. Mm-hmm. Remember, get your game done, and then as soon as you've done your game, send me the 8 cards you're removing and the 8 cards you're adding. That way, it's all done and dusted. Remember, if you're under the 60 and the 15 on the sideboards, you can add till you're up to that 60 and 15. But it's all dependent on synergies and what you're trying to do. And then lastly, please, please, please be aware that there is Nexus of Power on the way.
September.
And this league will land finishing where you're able to create a 3rd deck if you are thinking you want to create a Nexus of Power deck. And there are some doozies in there, so we're looking forward to that being fully spoiled, so keep your eyes peeled on the Alpha Clash and the Clashing Teacups.
Yes.
Instagram will keep you flowing with that.
We'll be making bits.
I think we wish everyone best of luck with week 2. Week 1's gone extremely well.
It's been a smooth week.
And please keep us all informed of how you get on.
Yes, please. Do your best. It's only a game.
Yeah.
No need to be mad. Why you have to be mad? It's only a game. Right, should we leave it there?
Like.
Comment. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Goodbye, sir.